going on, guys? True Story here, back with another video, and today's video is going to be the crew. I'm just going to be showing you guys all the cars I have, which one's my favorite between two of them, and then I'm going to be telling you which one's the fastest and which one's the slowest and everything. But yeah, let's get on to the video. Okay, so the first car is the Hot Rod Hup 1, and it's the street. I'm going to be starting from street all the way to the last spec I have, and this is my first street bet car. This is indeed my slowest car. I really don't use it a lot, but I just went and got it because I thought it looked cool, and I really like the way it looks, but it's really my slowest car, and I think it's my least favorite spec car, or street spec car. So that's been that, and the next car is the Nissan 370Z. This was the first car I ever got, and the first street spec I ever got. It's one of my favorites. I like it a lot, but it's not the two of my favorites. This car's decent. I like the way it looks, and I like the way I customized it, but it's pretty fast, to be honest, and that's been 370Z. The next car is the Dodge Challenger 2012 SRT, and this is one of my favorite street spec cars. This is one of the two of my favorite that I have. I only have 4 street spec cars, but this is one of my favorites. I just like the color, I like the way it's made, and it's just amazing. I like it. But the next, and this is between the two of my favorites and my last car I have for street spec, is the Nissan Skyline GTR. Just look at this beauty. I freaking love it. This and the Challenger are both my favorite cars out of the street spec. Just I love Nissan Skylines, they're amazing. But this is my fastest, this is my favorite, and this has been the street spec. For the first car, the dirt spec, we have the Hot Rod Hup 1. This is the dirt spec one that I got, and I like the way it's fixed. Like, you can tell it's dirt, most because of the bone on the front, and just the way the front's made, you can tell it's a dirt spec. But it's my least favorite car. It's my least favorite, it's my slowest, and it's not one of the top 2. But alright, the second car is, as you guys can see, it's the Nissan Skyline GTR. This is my first dirt spec car that I got, but I like the street spec one better. But this is the second of my favorite. It's really fast. It's my fastest car, but it's not my favorite. It's my second favorite. But yeah, that's been my favorite, and the last of the dirt spec, I only have 3, is the 1969 Dodge Charger RT Hemi. And this car, it's pretty fast. I like the way it's made, and I like the way I customized it. It's my favorite car I have. It's not the fastest though. It's not faster than the Skyline, but I like it a lot. I like the way it's built, I like the way it's used. I like Hemis. But on to the next spec. Now, I said between my 2 favorite out of the cars, but for perf, all of them are my favorite. I always have a hard time choosing which one to drive, because I like them all. I like the way they're customized, I just like the way they are. But the first one is the Hot Rod Hup 1. I like the way I customize this, just the way it's built, the rims, the color, it all goes together. But it's not the fastest, but yeah. And the second car is the Dodge Charger 2012 SRT8, and this car, I like it a lot. I like the way it's built, the black in it, it just looks really good. I like black on Chargers a lot. It's pretty fast. It's not my fastest car, but I like the way it is. And the third car is my 2010 Chevy Camaro SS, and I honestly like the way this car is built a lot. It looks kind of like Bumblebee from Transformers a little bit, but I customized it a little bit differently. And it's not, like I said, it's not the fastest car. I only have 2 fast cars, and those will be the last 2 I show you guys. But I really like this car. I like all my perf specs, but this The fourth car is the Dodge Challenger SRT8, and I like the way this is made. I like the way all my purse is made once again, but it's not one of my fastest cars. It's a pretty decent car, but it's not one of my fastest. Um, I don't like the handling of this car either, but I like the way it's built. I like the color. I like everything about it, just not the handling and the speed. One of my fastest, my best car, and the best looking car is the Koenigsegg Agura R. This is the fifth of the spec cars, and I really, really love this car. It's really fast. It's not my first fastest, but it's really fast. I really love this car. It's one of the most expensive cars in the game. It took me a while to get it, but it was really worth the money. And this has been Koenigsegg Agura R. On to the next and last. The last car of the perf specs is the Rough CTR3, and this was my first car I got out of the perfs. I like the acceleration on it, just the way it's built, how fast it goes. It's a really good car. It was my first perf spec. I like the way I built it a lot, but here's the acceleration on it. It just takes off. You can see it. Oh my gosh. But this has been all the perf specs, and next is the raids. I only have 2 of them, so it won't be that long. So yeah, see you there. I only have 2 raid spec cars, so I'm just going to show you the 2 I have. I don't really have a favorite because I only have 2, and I don't like raid specs that much. But this is the buggy, and you get this from, of course, by getting all the missing parts. It's not fast at all. I like the way it's built and all. I like the fact there's only 1 of it, and you can't get any of them, like any other buggy. But this is the buggy, and time for the next car. But my next and last raid spec is the Chevrolet Silverado, and I like the way this car is built. It just looks good. The colors, the gold rims, go with the gold and white, and the red goes with the white. It just looks amazing. I just like the way this car is built. I really don't like spec or raid specs that much. I like going fast, not like dirt and all that. But yeah, that's been the raid specs. On to the first of the circuit specs is the Chevrolet Silverado. This is actually my recent car that I made. It's not my favorite, but I decided to make it. It honestly looks really good. The black and the blue and everything just looks really good with the car or truck, whichever one you want to call it. But it looks really good, and it's not my favorite. It's not the fastest, but this is honestly a well-spent car, good for making and everything. The next car of the circuit specs is the Dodge Viper SRT10 Coupe, and just I like the way this car is built. The yellow and the blue, it's like a summer car. It's really fast. It's one of my fastest, but it's not one of my favorites. I'm glad I got this car though. But it's free though. If you get 100 Uplay points, you can get this for free. You have to just keep playing, get 100 Uplay points, and you can buy this car. Just use the 100 Uplay points and you'll have it. But this has been the these last 3 cars are the favorite, or my favorite, of the circuit specs, and this is the Hot Rod Hup 1, and I just love the color. I like how they made the Hot Rod and circuit. It just looks amazing. Oh my gosh, I like this car a lot. It's really fast. It's just amazing. And yeah, this the Hot Rod. I said my 4th car is my BMW S-Drive, and this car is one of my favorites. It's definitely like between the 2 of my second and first favorite cars. It's my fastest car, and I like the way it's built, the colors, the way the titles are, just it's amazing. I like this BMW, but yeah, now you guys are gonna see. My fifth and last car is the Nissan Skyline GTR, and this is actually my most recent car I've made. It's definitely one of my favorites. I just like the way it all is, the gray green. It looks kind of neon looking. It's kind of fast too. I don't think it's my fastest car, but I know it's one of my fastest, and I know it's definitely my favorite out of the circuit specs. I put a lot of time into getting this car and fixing it up. I didn't know how to make it at first, but I'm glad I made it this way because I'm definitely liking the color and everything in it. But that has been all the circuit specs, and I only have two more cars left. So I only have two cars left to show you guys, and one of them is the Ford Focus SR or RS 2010. This is my drifting car. I really like this car a lot. It actually took me a while to get this car into a drift spec, mostly because it cost 400,000 for you to put it in the drift. I always bought different stuff besides making this a drift, but I finally ended up saving my money and making this a drift car. I really like the way it's made. It's a really good car. I like drifting in it whenever I do. It's my only drift car too, but yeah, I'll show you guys my next and last car. My last car to show you guys is the Mustang GT. This is my drag car. If you guys know drag cars, they're really fast. I like the way this is made, the monster and everything. It just looks really good. I'm gonna show you guys how fast it goes. If you guys have never seen a drag car on this game, but here we go. Drag cars are definitely the hardest to control. They're made straight. They're made directly for going on straight roads. That's pretty much the reason why I crash out there, is because they're hard to control. Um, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Feel free to leave a comment down below. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry I didn't talk a lot. Just talked about the cars, but it's been Sora or True Sora. I'm out. Enjoy the video. Peace.